my fellow Indians, welcome to News Hamster. Today's video is about this. Just kidding. If you remember, some months ago, Kerala was the first state in India to have recorded the first ever case of coronavirus. But today, if you see, the incidence of cases is just as little as one case per day, whereas states like Maharashtra and Karnataka are reporting as much as 19 to 35 cases per day. This simply points out to the fact that the corona curve in Kerala is flattening. Let us discuss 7 reasons as to how Kerala could flatten the corona curve. Before Prime Minister Modi could announce any kind of financial relief to fight against COVID-19, Kerala's CM Pinarayi Vijayan announced a financial package of Rs 20,000 crores to fight solely against COVID-19. Now this package meant free food grains of Rs 100 crores to the poor. This meant meals would be provided at Rs 20 for the poor. This also meant that Rs 1,000 per family would be provided for those families that don't come under any kind of pension or social security schemes. This also meant that there will be relaxation in electricity bill, there will be relaxation in water bills, there will be relaxation in taxes. This also meant that pensions would be disbursed earlier. It must be noted that Rs 2,000 crores was allocated to provide as loans through Kudumbashree. Now what is Kudumbashree? Kudumbashree is one of those self-help groups that works in Kerala at the grassroots level. Well, this miracle in Kerala happened because of these grassroots level organizations like the self-help groups, the panchayats, the municipalities that came into play and took a proactive role in fighting against the coronavirus. Let me give an example of how local bodies work there. One of the earliest cases was reported in a village called Chengala in Kerala. The first organization to take up the proactive role there was the village councils. Now they started to flare up the local health communities or the community workers who started to work their way against the coronavirus. Now these local health bodies or the local self-help groups started community kitchens to feed those people who were in isolation or quarantined. Not only those people, but they were also feeding those who were migrant workers or daily wage earners, which was the first case scenario in the country. Well, these people also used social media like WhatsApp and other things to create awareness about coronavirus and the need for precautions and safety measures. And the people in Kerala were so kind and encouraging to accommodate those people in isolation in their own homes. A health system which, rather being rich, is more efficient and decentralized to cater to the needs of that particular level. For example, the local level was one of the most important things that Kerala did. Well, the powers of grassroots democracy, you see. Kerala initially did not even test the amount of people that it is testing today, but it was still able to flatten the curve. Today, Kerala tests 450 per million people in a day. Well, that's a good score. But apart from that, Kerala was the first state in India to imbibe the concept of 3 weeks quarantine for the suspected patients. The state is now undertaking aggressive testing practices. The state now has the RPCR testing, that is the rapid polymerase chain reaction testing, which tests the patients for just 2 symptoms and provides result in a span of 2 to 3 hours. Where the current testing scenario we have right now, it tests the patients only for 4 symptoms and the results are provided in 7 hours. Well, the funds to avail this RPCR kits from Pune were provided by MP Sashi Tharoor of Thiruvananthapuram, which costed up to 57 lakhs for the state. Kerala has stuck to the mantra provided by the World Health Organization, that is test, trace, isolate and treat, and hasn't moved away a bit from it. That's why the World Health Organization called Kerala's response as the prompt one. Kerala has now started to adopt the kiosk model based on South Korea for better testing and faster testing. It must be noted that even before Prime Minister Modi declared the 21-day nationwide lockdown, Kerala was actually under a lockdown. And you should also note that most of the Kerala's population lives outside the state for their livelihood, for example in the Gulf region. Kerala is also one of the most visited places by the tourists and travelers from across the world. Kerala has also suffered from problems like horrible floods and the deadly Nipah virus. Considering this and the COVID-19 scenario in Kerala, Kerala was the state which was on the top of the list when initially COVID-19 came to India, but now it's standing at around 10th position with almost half of the cases that were counted cured and death rates standing at merely 3 and an incidence of 1 case per day. The governments across India should consider this model of Kerala and imbibe this in their plan of action, keeping aside their political and ideological differences. The governments of the day should not just worry about the patients of COVID 19 or those who are vulnerable to it. They should also worry about those people who are going to sleep hungry amid this lockdown. Because if people somehow escape from COVID 19, they'll probably die of hunger. Well, this is Saklen not reporting live from Bengaluru. Jai Hind, stay home, stay safe, take care. Until next time, bye bye.
आधे से ज्यादा मजदूर एक वक्त की रोटी के लिए सरकार पर निर्भर हो गए हैं।
बिहार बेतिया के प्रवासी मजदूर राम सागर 5 किलोमीटर पैदल चलकर मजनू के टीले के पास वाले स्कूल में खाना लेने पहुंचे हैं। घर में 6 बच्चे हैं और इस पॉलीथीन में भरी खिचड़ी से ही काम चलाना है।
आप सुबह 6 बजे आए हो?
6:30 बजे आया था, तीनों डब्बा यहीं लगा के गया।
सुबह 6:30 बजे?
लाइन पीछे हो रही, तू भी जाएगा भाई।
ये सुबह 6:30 बजे खाना तो यहाँ 12-1 बजे मिलेगा ना?
नंबर तो लगाना पड़ेगा ना।
कितने घंटों से आप लाइन में लगे हुए?
हम लोग का तो 4-4 घंटा कभी कभी हो जाते हैं।
अगर यहाँ खाना नहीं मिलता तब क्या होता?
भूख मरते।
भूखों मरते?
नहीं मरेंगे, सब चीज बंद है, फैक्ट्री बंद है, तब भूख नहीं मरेंगे।